Ladies, let's talk about something that's often overlooked but incredibly important in any relationship: intimacy. We often focus on how to keep things exciting, how to make our relationships flourish. But there's one thing that many women unintentionally get wrong that could really turn the heat off in the bedroom. So today, let's explore the top 5 mistakes women make in bed that turn men off and how we can avoid them to create deeper, more meaningful connections with our partners. One of the biggest mood killers in the bedroom is when we start overthinking things. Are we looking good? Are we performing well enough? This self-consciousness can become a barrier, not only for us, but also for our partners. Men love confidence, and let's face it, confidence is sexy. When we feel secure in ourselves, it allows us to be more present in the moment. Instead of worrying about how we look, focus on the connection with your partner. Enjoy the experience and let go of the pressure to be perfect. Remember, authenticity is far more attractive than a perfectly crafted image. Communication doesn't stop once you step into the bedroom. In fact, it's more important than ever. Men don't have a magical ability to read our minds. They don't know if we're not enjoying something or if we want more of something else unless we speak up. So, don't be afraid to share what feels good and what doesn't. Whether it's through words or nonverbal cues, keeping the lines of communication open creates a much more fulfilling experience for both of you. Men appreciate engagement. Being passive or waiting for them to take the lead every single time can leave the experience feeling unbalanced. Take control once in a while. Show some initiative, whether it's suggesting something new or making your desires known. Men love feeling wanted and desired just as much as we do. The energy you put into the relationship, emotionally and physically, is what fuels the connection. It's easy to think that compliments are something women need in the bedroom, but men do too. A simple compliment can boost his confidence and make him feel like he's doing something right. When we're not acknowledging our partner's efforts, it can leave them feeling unnoticed or unappreciated. So take a moment to show gratitude for your partner's attentiveness. A little goes a long way in making them feel good about themselves. One of the most common mistakes women make in bed is overthinking or being too self-conscious. It's something we've all been guilty of at some point. Imagine being in the middle of an intimate moment with your partner, but instead of focusing on the connection, your mind starts racing. You begin to wonder if you look good, if your body is perfect, or if you're doing everything right. This internal dialogue can quickly shift your focus from enjoying the experience to obsessing over how you appear. The result? Tension, and tension is the last thing that keeps the passion alive. When we're self-conscious, we unintentionally distance ourselves from the moment. Instead of feeling liberated and engaged, we're trapped in our heads. Men, just like us, are drawn to confidence, and when we project insecurity or doubt, it can create an invisible barrier. Rather than seeing us as partners in an intimate experience, they might sense that we're holding something back. And it's not just about physical appearance. It's the energy we bring into the situation. Men are incredibly intuitive. They can feel if we're truly present or if we're preoccupied with negative thoughts. This shift in energy can often lead to a less fulfilling connection for both parties. The truth is, confidence is undeniably attractive. When you embrace who you are and let go of the need to be perfect, something magical happens. You become more connected, not only to your partner, but also to yourself. Confidence in the bedroom isn't about having the perfect body or flawless performance. It's about feeling comfortable in your skin, letting go of self-judgment, and being open to the moment. This confidence allows both partners to be more spontaneous and engaged, and when you're not focused on worrying about how you look, it becomes easier to focus on how you feel, which can make the experience infinitely more enjoyable for both of you. So, how do we stop overthinking? It starts with self-love and acceptance. It's about understanding that intimacy is about connection, not perfection. It's about remembering that the person in front of you is not scrutinizing your every move or judging you for any perceived flaw. They are focused on being with you in that moment and exploring the connection. When you let go of the pressure to look perfect or do everything just right, you open up a whole new world of intimacy. The key is to trust yourself, trust your partner, and allow the experience to unfold naturally. Another common mistake that can truly impact intimacy is neglecting communication. It's one of those things that seems so simple, yet it can often be overlooked, especially in the heat of the moment. When we don't communicate our needs, desires, or even discomfort, it leaves room for confusion and disconnection. Imagine being in an intimate situation, but neither you nor your partner is sure if the experience is truly fulfilling. It's like trying to complete a puzzle without the right pieces. Something just doesn't fit, and the connection feels strained. Men, just like women, have emotional and physical needs that go beyond the superficial. They want to feel like they're giving you something that makes you happy, that brings you pleasure. But if we're not open about what we enjoy or what doesn't quite hit the mark, they're left to guess. And guessing can often lead to misunderstandings, leaving both partners feeling unfulfilled or disconnected. Communication isn't just about telling your partner what feels good. It's also about expressing vulnerability. It's about opening up, not just to your partner, but also to yourself. When we communicate openly, we create a space where both partners can share their desires and concerns, making the experience more fulfilling for both. The beauty of communication in the bedroom is that it doesn't always have to be verbal. Non-verbal cues like body language, eye contact, or even a simple touch can speak volumes. It's about being present and aware of what your partner is feeling. Sometimes a simple touch on the shoulder or a soft whisper is all it takes to let them know that you're enjoying the moment. But those little cues only work if there's a foundation of openness and trust. If you're too afraid to express what you like, or worse, if you suppress it because of fear of judgment, you create distance. And distance is the enemy of intimacy. Additionally, not communicating can create tension and frustration. If something doesn't feel quite right, or if you're not fully enjoying the experience, it can lead to resentment, which only builds up over time. And let's face it, no one wants to feel like they're faking enjoyment just to keep things going. When you take the time to express your needs and listen to your partner's needs, it fosters an atmosphere of mutual respect and care. This mutual understanding makes both partners feel more comfortable, more open, and ultimately more connected. Being too passive in the bedroom can often lead to a disconnect that leaves both partners feeling less than satisfied. It's a subtle yet significant mistake that many women make. It's easy to fall into the habit of letting your partner take the lead every time, especially if they're the more dominant one in the relationship or if you're unsure of how to initiate things. However, this passivity can create an imbalance in the dynamic, making the experience feel one-sided. When one partner is always expected to take control, it can lead to feelings of being neglected or even unimportant. This lack of involvement doesn't only affect your partner, it impacts you too. You may find yourself feeling disconnected or emotionally distant from the experience, which can reduce the overall intimacy between you both. Men, just like women, crave feeling desired and needed. They want to know that they are wanted just as much as they want to feel the same from us. When you're passive, it sends a subtle message that you're not fully engaged in the experience. This doesn't mean you have to take charge every single time or become the initiator in every situation, but finding ways to engage and show interest can help reignite the spark. Being actively involved doesn't have to be about making grand gestures or taking full control. It's about showing that you care, whether through small gestures like a flirtatious smile, initiating physical touch, or simply being present and attentive to what's happening in the moment. Men appreciate a partner who can match their energy, who is equally invested in the moment, rather than someone who seems distant or passive. Another way that passivity affects intimacy is by creating a sense of emotional distance. When you're not fully engaged, emotionally or physically, it can feel like you're not connecting in a deeper way. Intimacy is about more than just the physical act. It's about sharing a bond that goes beyond the surface. When you take an active role in expressing your desires, showing interest and contributing to the moment, you build that connection. It allows both of you to share the experience in a way that feels fulfilling and mutually satisfying. This emotional investment enhances the physical connection and creates a deeper, more intimate bond. So, don't hold back, embrace the moment. Let yourself be involved and watch how it transforms the dynamic between you and your partner. Compliments are often seen as something women need, but they are just as important for men, especially in the bedroom. Many women don't realize how much their partner's confidence is influenced by feeling appreciated and desired. A simple compliment or a genuine expression of admiration can significantly enhance their experience. When we don't acknowledge their efforts or offer positive feedback, it can make them feel overlooked or even unsure about their performance. Men like us want validation and want to know that they're pleasing their partner. Compliments help create an environment where both partners feel seen and valued, which is essential for building intimacy. Imagine this scenario. You're with your partner and they're giving their best effort to make the moment enjoyable. But if you remain silent or don't show any appreciation, it might create an underlying feeling of insecurity. On the other hand, when you acknowledge their efforts, even with something as simple as, "That feels amazing," or "You're really good at this," it boosts their confidence. It's like a reassurance that they're doing things right, which in turn makes them want to continue making the experience as fulfilling as possible. This positive reinforcement encourages a deeper connection and can make both partners feel more comfortable expressing their desires. The absence of compliments doesn't just affect confidence, it can also lead to frustration. Men, like women, want to know that they're meeting their partner's needs. Without verbal or non-verbal signs of appreciation, they might start second-guessing themselves, wondering if they're doing enough, or if they're even being noticed. This doubt can create tension, which ultimately takes away from the enjoyment of the experience. A little appreciation goes a long way in reinforcing the bond between you two, and it doesn't have to be excessive. Even the smallest acknowledgement of your partner's efforts can make them feel like they are truly valued, both physically and emotionally. Compliments don't always have to be about physical attributes either. It can be as simple as recognizing their thoughtfulness, how attentive they are to your needs, or how much they care about your comfort. These kinds of affirmations help strengthen the emotional connection, making both partners feel more secure and connected in the moment. So take the time to express appreciation, and you'll notice how much more fulfilling your intimate moments can become when both partners feel appreciated and valued. Rushing the moment in the bedroom is a mistake that many women make, often without realizing its impact. In today's fast-paced world, where everything is expected to happen quickly, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that intimacy should follow the same pattern. We may be distracted by time constraints, tiredness, or the pressure to perform, but rushing through the experience can strip away the connection and leave both partners feeling unsatisfied. Intimacy is not about completing a task or checking something off the to-do list. It's about enjoying the journey and savoring every moment with your partner. When we rush, we lose the essence of what makes intimacy truly fulfilling. When you rush through intimate moments, it can create a sense of disconnection, making it feel mechanical or forced. Men like women desire to feel close and connected, not just physically but emotionally. If intimacy becomes something to rush through, it robs both of you of the deeper connection that makes it meaningful. The excitement and passion come from taking the time to explore each other, to be present in the moment, and to truly engage with your partner. The idea that speed equals satisfaction is a misconception that often leads to frustration. By slowing down and focusing on the experience, you can create a more intense and fulfilling connection, both emotionally and physically. Another reason why rushing can be detrimental is that it leaves little room for mutual pleasure. Intimacy is not just about reaching an end point, it's about enjoying the process. If you're focused on reaching the finish line too quickly, you're missing out on the chance to really explore what brings pleasure to both of you. Whether it's through touching, kissing, or simply being close, every moment offers an opportunity to connect on a deeper level. When you slow down and embrace the experience, you allow both partners to feel more relaxed and in tune with each other's desires, which leads to a much more satisfying encounter. Taking your time also helps build anticipation and excitement. The longer you let the moment unfold, the more intense the connection becomes. Both partners feel more present, and the experience becomes more about intimacy than just physical release. Rushing often leads to disappointment because it prioritizes the end goal over the emotional and physical journey. When you focus on enjoying every moment, intimacy transforms from a task into a deeply rewarding and connected experience. Neglecting to prioritize the emotional connection in intimate moments can often be a silent relationship killer. While physical attraction and chemistry are important, the emotional bond is what truly elevates the experience and transforms it into something meaningful. When the emotional connection is ignored, intimacy can feel shallow, rushed, or disconnected, leaving both partners with a sense of dissatisfaction that lingers long after the moment has passed. Many women, in an attempt to meet expectations or keep up with fast-paced lifestyles, forget that intimacy is not just about the physical act, but also about the heart and mind coming together. The emotional connection is what makes each touch, each kiss, and each moment of closeness feel authentic. It's about feeling safe enough with your partner to express your true desires, fears, and emotions. Without this level of vulnerability, the experience can easily become a performance rather than a shared, intimate moment. Men, just like women, are driven by emotional connection. While they may not always express it in the same way, they crave that closeness and the ability to share something deeper than just a physical experience. If the emotional component is missing, the act can feel mechanical or distant. This often leads to feelings of loneliness, even when physically close to your partner. When intimacy lacks an emotional connection, it also creates a barrier to communication. Without an emotional bond, partners may find it harder to communicate their desires or concerns, leading to frustration. If one partner doesn't feel heard or understood, the experience can quickly become unsatisfying. Men often want to know that their partner is emotionally invested in the moment, and when they sense that emotional distance, it can be difficult to stay connected. The lack of emotional engagement often results in one partner feeling unimportant or undervalued, which can have a long-term impact on the relationship. Prioritizing emotional intimacy is not only about deep conversations or constant verbal affirmations, though those can help. It's about fostering a safe space where both partners feel comfortable expressing themselves without fear of judgment. It's about being fully present in the moment, allowing yourselves to connect on a deeper level, not just physically, but emotionally. When the emotional bond is nurtured, intimacy becomes a powerful and fulfilling experience, building trust and creating a stronger foundation for both partners to thrive. In conclusion, creating a truly fulfilling and passionate connection in the bedroom goes beyond just physical attraction or performance. It's about confidence, communication, engagement, appreciation, and emotional connection. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in building a deeper, more meaningful bond between partners. By avoiding the common mistakes of overthinking, neglecting communication, being passive, failing to offer compliments, rushing through the moment, and overlooking emotional intimacy, you can create an atmosphere where both you and your partner feel valued, desired, and connected. Intimacy is an art that requires patience, vulnerability, and a willingness to open up and embrace the experience fully. When you focus on these aspects, you transform not just the act of intimacy, but the relationship as a whole, making it more rewarding and fulfilling for both of you. The key to lasting passion is not perfection, but connection. And by nurturing it, you can create a deeper, more intimate bond that truly stands the test of time. Sex is not a race, yet so many of us are guilty of rushing through it. Maybe we're tired, maybe we're impatient, or maybe we're trying to check something off the to-do list. But when we rush, we lose the connection. We lose the magic. Instead, slow down and take your time. Relish the moment. Both you and your partner deserve to experience intimacy in a way that is deeply satisfying. It's not about just finishing, it's about enjoying the journey.